Uh, Good morning, everyone. Yeah, very happy to have you here. And on behalf of the organizing committee of PGConf India, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. These are the usual introduction slides that we do at the start of the conference. Okay, so let's start with some good news about Postgres, right? So the DB engines ranking are in, and the database of the year for 2023 is Postgres, right? So that's a great start. And not just the CXOs, if you go to look at it from a developer's perspective, if you head over to Stack Overflow, you will see that a lot of people like to work with Postgres. That's another great achievement for Postgres. So Postgres is getting famous, right? And we at PGConf India would like to believe that we have played like a teeny weeny itsy bitsy role in trying to make it popular, at least in the subcontinent, at least in India, right? So just wanted to give you a brief idea about how we've started doing this, conducting this conference over the years. So initially, we were like learning the ropes around Postgres, and we started contributing, and some of us got opportunities to talk about Postgres topics at various conferences abroad. And it was then that we realized that there's nothing really of this sort in India. And obviously, we wanted to pay it forward. We wanted to evangelize Postgres, talk about it, try to help people learn technically about Postgres. And that's how we took our first baby steps, if you will, like 10 years ago. So we conducted our first half Postgres event in Pune in 2014. And then we got some confidence. We decided, okay, we can manage to do a full one-day event. So that's what we did in Hyderabad in 2015. And in those days, it was, we were like, mercenaries for hire, right, for presenting. It could be either me or Pawan or somebody just pitching up to speak about any topic around Postgres, Good old days. Nowadays, it's pretty hard for people like us to get a chance to speak, right? I submitted a talk and I didn't get selected, right? So this is my only chance, to do the introduction and get in front of you folks. So competition is tough, man, and it reminds me that I'm growing old, right? So yeah, and after that we realized that we have to be in Bangalore, the Silicon Valley in India, right, where which is a technical hub, and we have been conducting this conference here since the last few years. And as I said, many of us, most of us have, made our careers out of Postgres, right? So we want to like pay it forward, evangelize it, make it more popular, whichever way we can. And this conference is one way of doing that. And obviously this won't be possible without the generous help and cooperation from sponsors. Our sponsors' help allows us to conduct this conference in a very professional manner and in a nice location like this, right? So a round of applause for our diamond sponsors, AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft. Thank you very much. Love the support that we get from you. Our platinum sponsors are Tessel and EDB. Thank you very much. And our gold sponsors are, this is going to take a while, it looks, Insta Cluster by NetApp, Percona, CockroachDB, PGEdge, Fujitsu. Thank you very much. So, this is the list of sponsors that we have for this year, 10 sponsors. We are always very happy to see new companies come up and, support the conference. It really makes us happy. And, just look at the slides and look at the names. It's like the who's who of the corporate world, right? So this also indicates, the growing relevance and popularity and commercial fit of a database like Postgres, right? So thank you very much again. Moving on to this information about this specific conference, we've again managed to cross 400 plus registrations for the conference. So, I mean, this is the maximum we can afford to have to, comfortably at this venue. So maybe we'll look at other venues for the future. So today and tomorrow we'll be having parallel sessions happening at 3 locations. We'll be converting this into 2 rooms. This will be Grand Victoria A, this will be Grand Victoria B, and further down the hall you have Robusta and Arabica. Yeah. We like to be on time, although I started the introduction 10 minutes late, but a humble request to our speakers to please be mindful of the duration of your talk. And likewise for the audience, we'd request you to be seated well in time after breaks, especially for the next talk. And yeah, we need to be safe, right? Some more stats about, we typically do this as part of our closing note as well, but just wanted to talk upfront about the geographical participation that we have this year. We have about 400 plus participants from 61 different cities in India, and we also get a fair bit of international attendance. So it's a good mix to have. In terms of the companies from where the participants come, you can see that almost all sectors are represented here. So old tech, new tech, heavy tech, manufacturing, anything under the sun, you will see representation here. So, yeah, this is something which I am personally very happy about at this year. Last year we felt that we as a conference consumed like thousands of water bottles. So this year we consciously decided to have water kiosks outside. So inviting your cooperation from your side to help us in this green initiative. Yeah. We've also finally managed to have a Telegram channel. So this is a one-way channel. Obviously no spam, it's just updates about what's happening in this conference, and also you can stay connected for future updates for the upcoming events that we'll do. So yeah, please scan and join in. So this is all about mingling with each other, discussing stuff around Postgres, and we want to provide as many opportunities as we can from our side. So I'll talk about the dinner that we have tonight, but I just wanted to mention that tomorrow at 9 p.m. we have a very interesting roundtable discussion. So Postgres is doing really well right now, but we want to discuss that how we can continue doing things today and in the near future so that Postgres continues to strive and become successful, right? So we'll have a roundtable panel discussion around the steps that all of us can take to help towards further increasing the popularity of Postgres and adoption in years to come. Yeah. We have a dinner tonight at Longboat Brewery. If you step outside the hotel, take a left, and there's a foot overbridge. You cross that and walk a little bit further ahead, and you'll see this venue. We'll start around 7 p.m. For a 3-hour duration. Mocktails and soft drinks are unlimited. We could only manage a couple of beers for each one of you, but obviously you are free to further continue. So yeah, hoping to see all of you there tonight. We also have a lucky draw happening this year. So all our sponsors have their booths set up along the hallway. We would encourage you to visit the booths and interact with them. On your iCards on the back side, there's a personalized QR code which contains your information. So you could choose to share it with the sponsors. And you can deposit the coupons with us for a lucky draw. So moving on to the main agenda next. We had a keynote planned. Dennis Lucier from PG Edge was going to do the keynote, but unfortunately due to visa issues, last minute delays, he couldn't make it. But Postgres is highly available, and even our conference has very highly available keynote speakers, right? So we managed to find 2 willing keynote speakers, and it's my pleasure to introduce both of them one by one. So let's start with the first keynote speaker. This guy has been a long-time friend for me personally, but he's also been a long-time PostgreSQL contributor. He's worked on very seminal features. He's contributed the hot heap only tuple update functionality into Postgres many years ago, and more recently he worked on the merge functionality. Currently he's a senior principal engineer at Enterprise DB, and he also happens to be the chairman and co-organizer of PGConf India. So please give a huge round of applause to Pawan Devalsi. And our second keynote speaker doesn't really need an introduction. I mean, everybody knows him. Everybody gets enthralled listening to him, right? But I'll do my formal introduction. Our keynote speaker has been working on PostgreSQL since 1996. Postgres started in '86, and our keynote speaker has, been on that journey since a very long time. He also happens to work at Enterprise DB, and he's written an amazingly well-known book on Postgres. As I said, he's such a prolific speaker. He's like evangelizing Postgres and talking about Postgres throughout the globe, throughout the year. So please give another huge round of applause to Bruce Momjin.